Hi guys, welcome back to Steep Riderz. Today we're with Connor and we're reviewing his 2016 BMW R1200GS Adventure TE. I'm going to hand it over to him to tell you some more about it.
Hi, my name's Connor. This is my BMW R1200GS Adventure, and it's the TE because it's got all the extra rack for luggage and all the engine and crash bars and spotlights, and of course the big 30 litre tank.
So what's the brake horsepower on this thing?
It's about 120, 125.
0 to 60, so these are actually pretty quick, aren't they?
Yeah, they are pretty quick for a big bike. I think it does it in about 3 seconds.
That's mad, isn't it, for an adventure bike, flipping heck. What about the top speeds? I know you've been on the Autobahn with this.
Just over 140.
What was, well, I'm guessing the fuel went down a little bit doing that.
Yeah, the 30 litres went pretty quickly.
Do you know what it is when it's, you know, riding at a normal sort of pace?
Normal sort of cruising around sort of pace, like 6th gear, low RPM, it's anywhere between 70 plus miles per gallon.
That's good.
Get between 350 and 400 miles to a tank.
And I'm guessing it did a little bit less on the...
Yeah, it did about 150.
What about the brakes?
Yeah, the brakes are very good, even on dirt, because I do use it off-road occasionally. And the ABS and everything still works amazingly even off-road. Yeah, it's got Brembo calipers, front and rear. Pretty good brakes for the size of the bike.
So suspension wise, how's that off-roading and how adjustable is it?
Yeah, it doesn't have rebound, compression or preload, it just has electronic modes, so it's got hard, medium and soft.
Pillion wise, what is it? Is it comfy for pillions and the rider?
Yeah, pillions never seem to complain.
And is it comfortable for you?
Yeah, I mean I've done 700 mile days on it, pretty comfy.
So storage wise, is there any under seat storage?
No, if you take the seat off, there's tools strapped to the bottom of it, but there's no under seat storage or anything.
And those panniers, are they part of the adventure thing as well?
They don't come with the bike, they are an optional extra. But I do have both side panniers and the top box.
How much are they roughly?
I think it's about 350 for the top box and about £400 a side for the panniers.
Oh, wow, quite pricey then. But they're metal though, aren't they, by the looks of it?
Yeah, they're made by a company called Touratech.
Oh, and you've got the Touratech toolbox as well on the
Yeah,
side.
I've got the little toolbox down the side here, bolts to the pannier rack.
And it means you can still put panniers on the side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This has got a quick shifter as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got up, quick shifter and the down, like blipper.
So, bad points, any common problems with these or any issues you've had?
Bad points, I mean it depends how much it bothers you, but it is a very big, heavy bike, and if you've dropped one then you know how heavy it is. Bad points, wouldn't really say there's many, other than just the sheer size of it. It can be a bit of a pain filtering such, but I do find that cars do move out the way for you a lot. The only issues I've had with this bike is the exhaust valve motor packed up, and that fully alarms the bike out, so you can't even start it. Sadly recovered.
That's not ideal.
But I think that was a bit self-inflicted because using it off-road.
Was it an expensive fix or?
It was about £200.
How much was the Acropovic system on that?
Originally I bought the N-Can first, just off eBay, won it. That was about 400 quid. But I did buy the full titanium headers for about £800, full Acropovic system.
What are your favourite bits about the bike?
It could just go anywhere. You could do such long days on it, and obviously heated grips, cruise control, all of those little comforts, I guess. And obviously big screen, and so how wide it is at the front is really good for weather. Get barely any wind on you.
Is that adjustable, the front screen, or not?
Yeah, it is adjustable.
Is it electronic or
No,
manual?
It's manual, little.
Ah, the little twist. Nice. So what's the seat height on this?
It's got two settings, like a high and a low setting. The low's 850mm and the higher setting's 889.
Mods wise, apart from, well, obviously the indicators and that
Mods,
front.
I haven't really done a lot. There's not really much you can do to them. I've got the Buster handguards, metal braced rather than the flimsy plastic ones it comes with. I do have sort of bar risers that bring it up and back a bit. Got the big ACD racing bash plate. obviously the full aquapovic system. Other than that, it's standard.
Cost-wise, how much was this with, you know, what mileage?
With just over 1,000 miles on from the BMW dealer, with the panniers, top box and the nav and the radiator guards, it was 14.5 grand. New, I think with everything I've got here, you're looking at 20 grand plus.
Why did you buy this over another adventure bike?
To be honest, I didn't really look at any others. I just went straight for a BMW. I knew I wanted to do some trips abroad to Europe, and it's been to Germany and Switzerland, and it's just the best bike for it.
Overall, would you recommend this to someone looking at an adventure bike?
Yeah, definitely. I know there's a lot more on the market these days, like the Africa Twin's gotten popular, and some of the smaller bikes like the Tenere 700 and other smaller BMWs like the F850. But it's just a brilliant road bike.
Yeah, sort of does everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does everything you want on the road. It's still pretty quick. Brilliant for twisties, hairpin corners and uphill.
The lights, what are they like? So spotlights, headlights, all that?
Yeah, the headlights are brilliant. The spotlights are just give you that extra bit of vision, like on the side. I think they're LED.
Can you turn the spotlights off individually or not?
Yeah, there is a separate button for the auxiliary lights.
So what features have you got on the dashboard?
On dash, it's keyless ignition. On the actual speedo on the bike itself, got external temperature, engine temperature, sort of average consumptions, average speed. Those are for the tyre pressure sensors, but that's been moving to pick them up. Tell you the voltage. That's something to do with like all ride times, so it logs how many hours you've sort of been on the bike. Ride time, date, and back to external temperature. And on the top side of it, you can set up all different things you want in there. Main mileage, and then all your trips. Trip A's, how many miles you've done on that day, it resets at midnight. Fuel range, sort of consumption, and back to like digital speed. You've got the fuel gauge down the side, obviously the gear selector count. That's the modes in. So over on this side you've got the mode button, so change that into rain, road, dynamic or enduro. Also there's an extra dongle you can plug in which has Enduro Pro, where you can turn off things like rear traction control and ABS. On this side you've got the cruise control switch. Yeah, this button changes the suspension from soft, normal and hard. And also you can set it to have pillion and luggage by holding down that button.